When we think of successful IT companies, our minds usually jump to big cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Gurugram, and maybe even Pune. But every once in a while, a story comes along that completely changes that picture. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Lakhendra Singh, the founder of iQuineSoft. iQuineSoft is an IT company that started in the city of Mathura and now serves clients across Europe and North America. Hi, I am Shweta, and in this episode of Leadership Lounge with the CEO magazine, we will talk about his journey, the challenges of building a tech company outside of a metro city, and what it really takes to succeed. So, let's hear it straight from Mr. Singh himself. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, hello, I am Igos. How are you?
I'm also good. So, I'm really excited to have you on the podcast here. And let's begin with the questions. So, the very first thing that I would like to understand is the beginning of iQuineSoft. What got you interested in tech and entrepreneurship while growing up in a city like Mathura? And was there any particular moment or inspiration?
Yeah, actually, it started, uh, it inspired from my personal struggles. In the year 2010 and 11, due to some family reasons, I had to settle into the Mathura in my hometown, right?
Okay.
And while I was searching for jobs in local area for technology and management, I didn't see any good options available in the city. So my personal struggles inspired me to and motivated me to start iQuineSoft to generate the local employment for technology and management professionals. Right? Yeah. So this was how my journey started, and it's now you see it's a global technology competing with a global technology company from a small town like Mathura.
Yeah. So,
So,
what usually happens is building a company is never easy, especially when you are starting from scratch. And you had no entrepreneurial background, you did not come from a family of businessmen. So, in the early days of building iQuineSoft, did you ever have moments of doubt? And if you did, what helped you push through those tough times?
yeah, I frankly telling you, I never had a doubt actually. Okay, but there were struggles. Okay, there were challenges, which I dealt with my personal experience and based on the situations, what situation was demanding. Yeah, there were many moments where it was something like most of the people with a low experience being too much emotional, too much involving in the situation, and situation is telling quick,
Yeah.
uh, because those were really tough. There were some issues like financial struggles, not getting the client easily. Okay, and environment was also not supportive here in Mathura, right? Because people always talking about how the technology company could succeed in a small town like Mathura, because this is a material of metro cities. Okay,
Yeah.
but my passion to deal with the challenges kept me move forward. And now you see, iconsoft is making a buzz, and it's motivating other professionals to start such a uh, venture on their hometowns to generate the local employment.
Yes.
Right, right.
Okay. Uh, Scaling a business requires constant personal growth. What personal skills or qualities did you have to develop along the way to take iQuiz to where it is today?
Right. Yeah. It required many personal qualities to develop. First was you say not overthink. Okay. And what happens actually, we overreact to the situations many times.
Yeah.
Okay. Those were not big actually, but due to inexperience, we deal them like, for example, let's say we had lost any potential contract. Okay, we had put down a lot of efforts, but due to some reasons, we backed out. Okay, another one is that a project getting delayed. Okay, so those small setbacks, feeling we like, okay, these are the biggest, these are the big failure. But over the time, I learned them how to tackle those, and like I had developed a process where I need to react to the situation wisely, right? So that was the quality. Other one was the leadership. Okay, it always required to take risk. Okay, and maintain the calm in a pressure situations, and show a different face to a team, like, here I am, here I can solve that, don't worry, I'm going to take care of such things, you go and focus on your work. So leadership was a key where it required me to, always come up with a strong face, even that a lot of things going inside me. The main thing was the finance. Okay, other one was the marketing, other one was the sale. Okay, but when I dealing with a developer, he's coming up with their own questions, and uh, then I had to deal with a strong face and tell him, no, you take care of that.
Yeah.
So leadership. Other one was the ethics. Okay, ethics is like from since beginning, I never compromised to the ethics. Okay, ethics, because if you compromise to the ethics, what will happen? Uh, you could not make a buzz around, because you compromising to certain of the values. Okay, and people don't love and don't care about the a person or organization who are not caring about the ethics and personal values. But uh, I never had compromised to my personal values, and you see now iQuiceSoft is a brand and competing with the global technology companies. Okay, and so that was other one was the adaptability, right? Adaptable means situations will come, okay, because we are dealing with a dynamic and loose environment. So, so be adaptable, quickly adapt to the situations. Either it's a technology or it's a process or a new upgrade is coming from the Google or whatsoever. We have to quickly adopt and just uh, be moving forward. Yeah.
What usually happens is many startups struggle with gaining trust. I think your values are what made people trust iQuiceSoft so much. And like you mentioned, you are now competing in the global market with global players. So, convincing international clients to trust a small town company, that too hailing from India, must have been tough for you. How did you break through that, initial hesitation?
Actually, this is a myth. Now in a technology, what place doesn't matter actually.
Okay.
Nobody care where you are. If you somebody is sitting in the USA and you just say you are from India, it's enough from them. Okay, they don't care about like where
Cities.
you belongs.
Yeah.
It is nobody cares. Okay,
Mm.
what it matters the delivering the quality of work, right?
Mm.
And being at the top of the process. Okay, like you have a process. Okay, but you know that in USA, UK, people care about the process
Yeah.
and it reflects in the communication. Okay, so while we communicating with our prospect, we more talk about our process. Okay, and that's it. And they and we are going to win any of the contract, like somebody is competing from the Bangalore or Delhi, or no, but we can place, we are showing them the process,
Mm.
and we are presenting it well in front of them. We are going to win that. So place doesn't matter for the international customer. What matters? The quality of communication and how better you deliver as a quality and a process. Yes.
Okay. Being in technology industry has its own setback. Technology in one industry that is evolving at lightning speed. Every day we are, seeing new developments, new innovations. So, how do you make sure your team at iQuinceSoft stays ahead of the curve with all the, technologies coming into the market?
It's a simple. We're dealing with the USA. Like we have a customer base it from USA. Uh,
Mm.
so we have a access of technology experts. Okay, on early phase. Okay, and based on the technology updates, we arrange the focus sessions to keep our team most updated on the latest advancement. Okay, so we are the one. The most of technology updates are coming from the USA or UK. Okay,
Yeah.
and we get those early access from our technology expert. And then I think we are the lucky one who uh, gaining the technology access and putting our company on the top of everything.
Okay. Uh, Although what people usually see that you have built a company out of Mathura, in a small town, you have built a successful company, but what you have also done is created opportunities for talent in small town cities. So what drives you to mentor and support aspiring professionals from smaller towns?
Right, you use the correct word of professional. Okay, so yeah, those are technology and management professionals. Okay, yeah, somehow there was a rural word used. So yeah, so they are actually a technology and management professionals, right? Let me share one of the fact. Uh, Big cities and metro city doesn't have their own talent. What talent? What skilled professionals are migrating from small towns to
Yeah.
big town to fulfill those vacancies. Okay,
Mm.
so it's a great opportunity for any of the person to start a tech company uh, in a small town because they already have a talent. Okay,
Mm.
okay, just create the opportunity for them and generate the local employment and boost the local economy. Okay,
Mm.
and you know that what the issue uh, while they migrating from a small city to big city, big city are nowadays are crowded. Okay, flooded with the people and a lot of issues are coming there. Governments coming up with a random policies. Okay, odd and even, and they asking companies to just operate a work from home. So companies are that facing challenges operating from the big city. So it's the high time people start thinking for those small towns.
Yeah. So, but what usually happens is that, suppose, uh, let's take my example. When I graduated, I automatically started searching for opportunities in metro cities because I uh, kind of like did not even think that there might be opportunities in my hometown as well. So, have you had any challenges finding talent?
It was earlier, okay, it was, but when he created a buzz in a city, there is a local. So we started giving training and started contacting to the local institute. Okay, provide a specific training to students, and we started communicating to the colleges, give training to those technologies. So because we know the industry well, okay. So I regularly communicate to the local institute, okay, around the city, and tell them what is the best thing, best technology and best skills you give training to your students, so they available uh, to for the jobs, right? And your point is right. It's a mindset actually. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a mindset, and they will set people into it. Okay, even your parents thinking when okay, unless what they do, they call it success. Unless you will not go to a metro city
Yeah.
and will not tell them, they will not consider that as a job.
Yeah.
It's a kind of addiction, and we have to break this legacy actually. And you know what happened after COVID? People started coming back to their hometown,
Yeah.
and they parents were worrying like what happened. So what happened? They started coming back and they wanted to live close to their family. Okay, so that was a make actually. That is not what is happening. If you're working in any like if you're migrating from small towns to a big city to doing jobs, so you have to spend a big portion of your salary in your living
Yes,
expenses.
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you what is happening. Let me tell you. If somebody is working for 10 years, let's say he's a project manager on a high profile, I guarantee he will not have the better earning. Okay. They're spending all the monies on their daily. And when there are any crisis and situation comes, they say, we don't have a money. They go back to their small town parents as a helper because they're saving more. Right.
Mm. Okay. So, every entrepreneur faces defining moments. There are times when a single decision changes the course of the entire business. So, was there a particular risk or turning point in your journey that played a crucial role in iQuineSoft's success?
Yeah, it was the itself starting icons of in a uh, Mathura city, a small city. Okay.
Yeah.
Early days, it was a challenge because there was no supportive ecosystem available. Okay, nobody was appraising that. Every like okay, you start okay, you are going to be fail one day. So people were talking about such nonsense in early days, and now it's become a opportunity after COVID. Professionals started uh, just they want now they want to settle down in their hometown and want to live with their family. Okay, and so now we have a best opportunity to hire a best talent. Okay, and and operate iconsoft cost effectively.
Yeah.
Right,
Mm.
because it's always a cost effective as compared to the metro
Metro
city.
cities. Yeah.
You yeah, it's talk about any of the expense. Okay, it's a rent expense
Mm.
or you know that electricity
Electricity
expense,
expense. Yes.
everything everything is cost effectively could be managed here, right? And so it turns to a biggest opportunity for us now, and I'm enjoying the royalty.
Okay.
Right, right.
So, you have worked with clients from Europe and North America and India. So, you have had exposure to different business culture. How do their approaches or to technology and business differ compared to what you see in India?
There is a lot of difference between the dealing with the USA, UK customer and an Indian customer. First of all, we had the first of the major difference is USA and UK customers are direct. They are process oriented. Okay, and they are very once the contract signed, they are very serious about that. Okay, and they are process oriented. Okay, in India, people are belongs to one conversation, and most of the decisions coming short to down and based on the personal relationships, the
Yes.
people getting bill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in USA, one has to prove their process. In India, one has to show the relationship. So that's a major difference. And we are not expert with the making the relationship. We focus on the process, and we enjoying that working with the USA and UK customer. And I think that is the major difference I see.
Okay. So, we are nearing down to last few questions. So, what another thing that I would like to understand is every entrepreneur has a vision that goes beyond numbers and profits. You must have achieved some, good revenue and milestones that you have set for yourself. But what is that one vision that when we are sitting here and you look ahead 10 years and you want to see that vision fulfilled, and what kind of legacy do you hope to build with iQuineSoft?
Uh, Yeah, after 10 years, I would like people more believe in going developing their hometowns rather than going to big cities or going to out of country. They trust their own capability, okay, and do some struggles and face some challenges. You don't be in a comfort zone all the time. Go and sit into the any well settled company and enjoy the royalty, and after 10 years they are going to be fired for sure. You know, a lot of companies are firing them, so they losing a lot of possibilities they were having. So on early phase, they take a small risk, go back to hometown. So the big cities can take, you know, that they should not be more crowded. Okay, so that is another, and go back to their hometown and start see the local problems. Okay, and find a solution for them. It may not be a technology solution. It could be anything. Just go and find and local problems, solve them, and generate the local employment. Don't sit into the those your comfort zone and being in a AC, and they actually making a you know that damage in for relationship. Okay, what happens like somebody is migrating to a big cities, they are not being too much social. Okay, and human being is more about the social agent. Okay, so what they are becoming a robot kind of, right, just operating certain things and just being focused to their family. So it's having a many benefits. Okay, uh, so go back and start solving local problems.
Very rightly said, sir. The problem is people don't have time to be social. On from Monday to Friday, they are working non-stop, and in metro cities, you are aware that they have to travel what 2-3 hours daily to reach their workplace. Yeah, and Saturdays, Sundays are reserved for taking rest and grocery shopping.
This is not a life. This is a crucial moment. Actually,
Yeah.
life is in a 30 to 50 years only, and they wasting that time. Then nobody caring about after 50. Not neither their children nor their other company. Okay,
Yeah.
so they wasting. They feeling like they running everything. No, they wasting. They have a they are actually. I especially request to the top management professionals like a big company CEO, appointed CEO, is sitting. Okay, why they don't go back to they are from town and generate the employment. Okay, solve their local problem. This is really going to help our country also. Okay, because a lot of talent is being wasted on those small towns. Let me tell you, many of the parents are not allowing daughters to go to the metro city. And they are highly qualified in technology and management. Okay, but their parents are not allowing. Out just after the degree, they are getting them married, and then they depend upon their husband side, like what they want to do with that. Okay, they don't have any freedom, and they wasting a lot of talent because of their some of the people living in their comfort zone, even having the capability, but they want to just live their Monday to Friday life and then go to pub and those. So I think not, it's not good for our country also. Okay, because the other day, other point our PM is talking about, he's talk on a global scale. You know that Modi is always talking promoting our that we have a qualified professionals, we are good. Now people should come forward and just support him actually. Okay, there is a lot of buzz around the world about the India,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, of course. So, your journey is a proof that great companies, actually small, I mentioned incorrectly, great companies can be built from anywhere, be it metro cities, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. It doesn't matter, the place doesn't matter. So what happens is many small time just small cities entrepreneurs struggle with limited resources and networks. So, what advice would you give them based on your experience? If, say, someone is from a small city, and like you suggested, that people should go back to their cities and build something there, solve the problems of from their cities. So, what advice would you offer them? How to start based on your experience?
First, they should firm to their action. Okay, whatever decisions they take, they should be firm to that. They should not put the board like two boards. Okay, so it should not be like that. When they coming back to their hometown, just say, I am going to do this for the lifetime. Okay, just first do a commitment to themselves first. Okay, there will be challenges, there will be the situations where you will feel to quit. Don't quit. Okay, be firm and stay. Just learn from the situations, solve them. Every problem has a solution, just we need to understand it and go beyond your set of frameworks or your comfort zone. Just find the solution with its problem demanded rather than that coming up with your own experience and telling how you deal with this problem which will be different. Okay, sometimes it will go beyond your capability. Okay, it may require other people to come and you need to reinvent the wheel. You need to come up with a new process. Okay, so go beyond your own thinking criteria. Okay, and solve it wisely. Even it's demanding to take certain norms and contacting to the people whom you may not prefer to talk. Okay, just solve the problem, and then when they will solve 10 plus problems, they will feel more confident. 100 problems they will solve, they will feel, they will start motivating others, and when they will solve thousands problems, they become a great entrepreneur.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the last question for the interview. But before we wrap up, I would love to hear your thoughts on, your experience been working with the CEO magazine.
Yeah, it was good, right? This is the first interview I had planned. Okay.
Okay.
Prior to that, yeah, this is the first thing we planned with any of the might be. Prior to that, we were not thinking about promoting, talking too much about iQuiceSoft because we were working us to prove first. Okay. Now we felt like it's a time, and then I see CEO magazines is authentic. Okay, I researched a lot about CEO magazines and find authentic people, authentic process, and what they actually mentioned in their offerings. They delivered everything. Okay, and beyond that actually. So I love interacting with the CEO magazines and would definitely ask other entrepreneurs to go and just share your own story, and CEO magazines will take care for doing any kind of make a buzz about that.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And it was really nice talking to you. And it was my pleasure having you on the podcast here today. And I hope you have a great day ahead.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah.
Talking
Thank
to
you so
you.
much, sir.